Hello dear students, in this video lecture we are going to learn all about defamation in context of freedom of press and freedom of speech and expression. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Tushar Goyal. I am a Ph.D. research scholar at Center for Media Studies, JNU. I have qualified several media related exams like JRF. So you can consider subscribing to our channel if you have already not yet done. There is a Telegram group where we post a lot of notifications about our classes on YouTube, and there is a website and application on Google Play Store where you can get a lot of PDFs and previous year questions with detailed explanations. So the links to all of them will be in the description box. So my dear students, when we talk about freedom of speech and expression, हमने last कई classes में इसके बारे में बात की है that our freedom of speech and expression is not absolute. When we talk about freedom of press, it comes with several reasonable restrictions and defamation is one of them. So in simple term, defamation is an injury to someone's reputation. पूरी ज़िंदगी लग जाती है एक व्यक्ति को अपनी रेपुटेशन, अपने समाज में अपना ओहदा क्रिएट करने में, और कोई एक ऐसा कथन या कोई एक ऐसा आर्टिकल इंसान की पूरी रेपुटेशन को ख़राब कर सकता है. So, defamation in simple terms is injury to the reputation of a person. So, every man is entitled to have his reputation preserved. So, दोस्तों जब हम defamation की बात करते हैं, there are two types of defamation. One is slander, other is libel. So, slandering is which is oral, मौखिक through words, and libel is which is made in writing. So it can be through a Facebook post or in the form of an article in a newspaper. So libel, which is in the form of writing, is more permanent form of defamation, whereas slander, which is in spoken words, it is a transient or a temporary kind of defamation. When we talk about defamation in India, it is a both criminal as well as civil offense in India. It depends on the plaintiff. जो अभियोगी होता है वो डिसाइड करता है whether he or she wants to file a criminal case or civil offense in India. So when we talk about criminal defamation, it is operated or it is penalized under the Indian Penal Code 1860. So section 499 to 502 covers defamation in IPC. Dear students, as you already know that Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is going to replace IPC from 1st of July 2024. So it becomes a very important current affair. So section 356 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is going to deal with defamation. When we talk about civil defamation, it is governed under the law of torts. So अगर एक व्यक्ति को लगता है कि किसी व्यक्ति के डिफेम करने की वजह से he has gone through a lot of monetary loss, he can claim compensation in the case of civil defamation. So it is covered through law of torts. What is law of torts? In simple term, a law of tort is an act or omission that give rise to injury. So let's take an example. There is a celebrity and this person has been defamed by a media house, okay, and because of this defamation this person has to go through a lot of monetary losses. So because of these defamation cases, he was removed from 2-3 big projects and he had to incur a lot of monetary loss. Under law of torts, the people who defamed him are going to monetarily compensate this actor. Dear students, now let us look at certain essentials of defamation. So there are several acts. Every act cannot be considered defamation. There has to have certain parameters, certain essential requirements for an act to be considered as defamatory. So the very first essential of defamation is that statement must be false and defamatory. Every act is not defamatory. So let's say you are an employee in an organization and you go late to your work every day. On a one particular morning, your manager, he calls you out in front of all your colleagues that you have been coming late, you are not serious about your work. This won't be considered defamatory because this statement is not false or there is no intention to defame you. So the very first statement is that the statement must be false and defamatory. The second essential condition for defamation is that it must refer to plaintiff. So there are two things. One is plaintiff, the person who has been wronged, and there is a defendant. So any act which is defamatory, it must refer to the plaintiff who is claiming that this person, that he or she has been defamed. So अगर कोई ऐसी statement जो general statement है, there can be 1000 Rahuls. So it has to be proven in the court of law that this statement was referred to this particular Rahul Kumar. Then the third essential of the defamation is that the statement must be published. So dear students, when we talk about criminal defamation in India, we have to look at both IPC, because it's still operational as on 18th April 2024 when we are recording this video. The IPC is still operational, and which is going to get replaced by Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita from 1st of July 2024. So this becomes very important from examination point of view. When we talk about criminal defamation, section 499 to 502 are about defamation. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, it actually simplifies. Only section 356 covers all the clauses about defamation, and most of the conditions and punishments of defamation remain same in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, except a very minute addition of community service. So we are going to discuss about the same in this video in the coming slides. So all the punishments remains the same. The section 499 of Indian Penal Code 1860 defines the scope of defamation. So it defines defamation as whoever by words either spoken, which means slander, or intended to be read, which means libel, or by signs or by visible representations makes or publishes any imputation, a statement or a harsh statement, a negative statement concerning any person intending to harm. So see, these are also covering the essentials of defamation. This statement must have an intention to harm, knowing or having reason to believe that such imputation will harm. Intentional harming of somebody's reputation of such person is said to be defamed, except in certain cases. So there are 10 exceptions also, उसके बारे में हम अभी discuss करेंगे. And also the defamation in 499, it also expands this concept to deceased persons, company or an association, and also in the case of innuendos, which means something expressed ironically or indirectly. But when we talk about defamation, we also talk about a story of two interest, as it was mentioned into Press Commission 2. So दोस्तों, जब हम defamation की बात करते हैं, there is a tussle between Article 19(1) and defamation, because at one place we are talking about free speech and another perspective is about defamation. So many a times there will be situation which will require us to talk something negative about other people. So there are 10 exceptions which are laid down in section 499 and also in section 356 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. In the gist of it, if a statement is made in public interest and this statement is truth, ओके, ये सच्ची कथन है, आप किसी के बारे में बोल रहे हो कि ये व्यक्ति फ्रॉड करता है और देयर इज ट्रुथ टू इट, यू कैन प्रूव इट इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ, और इट इज रिलेटेड टू पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट, पब्लिक गुड, देन दैट स्टेटमेंट विल नॉट बी डेफेमेटरी. If it is related to the public conduct of the public servants, so you can all go through all these 10 exceptions. I have mentioned about all of them in this slide. Then moving forward, now let us discuss about the punishments. अगर किसी व्यक्ति ने किसी व्यक्ति को डिफेम किया है, so what are the punishment in the Indian Penal Code and Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita? So my dear students, as we have already discussed that IPC section 499 to 502 covers defamation, and all these punishments have been kept same except a minute change in section 356 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. The bill was Bharatiya Nyaya Second Sanhita, which was passed in December 2023 this year, and it will be operational from 1st of July. So when we talk about punishment, द सेक्शन 500 ऑफ आईपीसी, कोई व्यक्ति अगर किसी को डिफेम करता है उसको अप टू 2 years ऑफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट हो सकती है, 2 साल तक की जेल, या फाइन, या बोथ फाइन एंड इम्प्रिजनमेंट. And the amount of compensation or fine, it is going to be decided by the court. So what was the condition, what was the loss, or how the statement was made? There are several factors through which this fine, the amount of fine is calculated. In the section 356 subsection 2 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the punishment has been kept same, 2 years of imprisonment, fine, or both, with community service. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita also introduces community service for petty crimes such as theft, small theft of 2-3,000, or these small petty crimes. So community service in other countries includes plantation of trees, cleaning community places like orphans or religious places. So all these includes community service. So this punishment of community service has been added in the case of punishment for defamation, and all the other clause in 501 and 2 remains the same. Section 501 of Indian Penal Code 1860 talked about printing and engraving. If a person or a company knowingly prints defamatory matter, they are also going to be charged up to 2 years of imprisonment or fine or both. So this remains same in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita also. All the words are also same: whosoever prints or engraves any matter, whosoever prints or engraves any matter. This remains unchanged. And when we talk about if somebody is selling knowingly the defamatory matter, the punishment remains the same: up to 2 years of imprisonment, fine, or both. Up to 2 years of imprisonment, fine, or both. So if they ask you which section of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita deals with defamation, the right answer would be section 356. So that was all from my side. Dear students, we are also going to host a test on defamation along with tests on other important media laws. So you can check out our study material where you can get the digital access to all our PDFs, all the PYQs, previous year question papers with detailed explanation. The link to all of them will be in the description box. So if you found this video helpful, kindly consider subscribing to our channel, and also please hit the bell icon. Thank you.